for Triveni Memorial School. So today we are going to study the 13th chapter for class 4, that is World of Flower. So you might have seen, students, there are different type of flowers. There are wide variety of flowers which are of different shape and color. So we will discuss about them in this chapter. So first of all, the flowers are the most beautiful part of the plant. So as we are aware, there are different parts of the plants. Among them, the most beautiful part of that is the flowers. The plants have different types of flowers. The plant consists of different type of flowers. Then these flowers are of varied size, shape, color and fragrance. So these flowers, they are going to have different, they are of different shape, sizes, color and fragrance. But there are certain plant, students, which does not produce flower, and there are certain others whose flowers are not very bright color or they are not having fragrance also. So we have to remember the examples for that. There are some plants like grass and weeds. What are weeds? Weeds are the unwanted plants which are grown in the field. Okay, those plants which grow by themselves, these are unwanted plants. So the plants like grass and weeds do not have bright color or fragrant flowers. So you have to remember the example of those plant which is having less bright color flower as well as which is not having fragrant flower. So let's move on to the next part, that is flowers from bud. So how does a flowers develop? So flowers generally grow from a bud. There is a small bud which you can see in the plant. Okay, so this is a bud. Inside the bud there is a flower. So how it develops? The flower grows from a bud. When the bud opens, so now what will happen? This is the first stage, that is a small simple bud is there. Then inside that, when the bud will open, okay, it will open, they blooms into a flower. So this is the bud which is blooming. You can see here the petal part of the plant of the flower, and this is the complete open bloomed flower. Okay, so this is the way how the flower is being bloomed from a bud part. Next is, there are certain flower, students, which generally blooms in a particular season. Okay, there are certain which blooms throughout the year, but there are some seasonal flowers which you can obtain in a particular season. So let us discuss about the first one. The flowers like lily and rose are seen throughout the year. So the example of the flower which you can obtain throughout the year are your lily and rose. These are, most of the flowers bloom in a particular season, but there are certain, most of the flowers which blooms in a particular season only. So first of all, we will discuss the example of those flowers which blooms in winter season. So the flowers like dahlia, pansy, jasmine, the dianthus and petunia, these particular flower you can only observe or find them in the winter season. As you can see here, this is a lily and rose. These are very common and you can find them throughout the year. Then there are other which blooms only during the winter season. You can see here, this is dahlia, the pansy and the jasmine flower. Okay. The next is, there are certain flowers which blooms in the spring season. Example of them are the daffodil, tulip, carnation and the coleopsis. So these type of flowers you can only find them blooming in the spring season. You can see here in the diagram, this is a daffodil and this is a tulip. Okay, the next one is, the flowers like sunflower, marigold and salvia blooms during the summer season. So these flowers generally you can find them in the summer season. Examples you can see here, this is a sunflower and this is marigold. Marigold is very common. So you have to remember the examples of those particular seasonal plants. Next is, not all the plants bear flowers, so we have to understand that non-flowering plants. So all plants do not bear flower. Okay, as I have told you, all plants do not bear flower. The plants like fern and mosses do not have flowers. The particular plants like your fern and your moss, these two are non-flowering plant because they don't bear flower. Then even the pine tree do not bear flower. As you can see here, this pine tree also does not bear the flower. So remember the examples here. Next is, in detail we have to study about the various part of the flower. So there are 4 important parts of a flower, student. Okay, let us understand one by one. So the main part of the flower are the sepal, petal, stamen and carpel. These 4 are the main part of the any flower. So you can see here the first one is your sepal. We will go in an from outside to inward direction. Okay, from starting from the outer covering, that is your sepal. So sepal, you can see here, is a green part of the outermost circle of a flower, and it is called as a sepal. The next is the sepal protect the flower when it is in a bud form. So as I have told you that flower develops from a bud. So the bud, inside the bud, the flower is being protected because it is covered with the sepal part. Okay, this is the green part. Then moving on to the inside, the petals. The next part is your petals. Inside the sepal, a circle of petal is found in a flower. So as you can see here, after sepal, there are petals. These are the petal parts. Okay, these are inner circle. Then these petals are the most attractive part of any flower, because you can see here these petals. Here you can see here it is of pink color. There are different color, and they are of different color and shape depending on the different flowers. Okay, and it is the most attractive part. They are of different color, shape and sizes. So they vary in the shape, size and color, and it makes the flower very attractive. The next part is your stamen. So inside the petal, stamen are present. So as you can see here, inside the petal, the next part is your stamen. And stamen is also known as the male reproductive part of any flower. So these stamens are present. They are stalks with swollen top. So as you can see here, there is a stalk which is attached to the base of the flower, and there is a swollen part. So in higher classes you will understand. So these are made up of two parts. The stalk part is your filament, and the topmost part which is swollen is called as anther, and it completely forms the stamen, that is the male reproductive part. So the swollen top contain a yellow powdery substance. So this yellow powdery substance is known as your pollen grains. So let's move on to the next, or the innermost part of the flower, that is your carpel. Carpel, other name is pistil. In the middle of the flower lies a thin flask-like structure. So as you can see here in the diagram, this yellow one, it is a thin flask-like structure, and this structure is known as carpel. So let's move on to the next slide, that is the complete diagram of a flower. So starting from here, this is the green part which is known as sepal, and after sepal there is your petals. These petals are of varied color, size and shape. So it makes the flower very attractive. So inside in the next part, inside the petals, you can see here the next part which is there, it is stamen. So as I have told you in the previous slide, you can see here this part, the stalk part is called as filament, and the topmost swollen part is known as anther, and inside the anther you can see pollen grain. So these two combines together and form the stamen, and stamen is what? Stamen is the male reproductive part of any flower. Then in the innermost part of the flower you can see a carpel or a pistil. This is the fourth part, and this pistil or carpel is the female reproductive part of any flower. The pistil is further made up of three parts. The first one you can see at topmost part is your stigma. The thin middle part is known as your style, and the last part here, the swollen part at the base, is known as ovary. So when flower will wither and it will convert into fruit. So which part of the flower will develop into a fruit? This ovary. So ovary will develop into a fruit part, and inside ovary you can see the ovules. Okay. So these ovules will become the seed of that fruit. Okay. So this is a complete detailed diagram of the flower. So next is, what is the function of a flower? What important role it is played by a flower? So seeds are found in the fruit. So as I told you, the fruits, inside the fruit you will find the seed part, and flower will wither and change into the fruit. So as I told you, which part of the flower will wither and convert into the fruit part? It is the ovary. The next is, the fruits have seeds inside them. So as you can see here, this is a complete flower. It will wither and convert into a fruit. So this fruit has developed from the ovary part, and inside the fruit you can see here the black dot. These are nothing. These are the seeds. So when conditions are favorable, condition favorable means when you sow those seeds in the moist soil, the seed will start germinate and grow into a new complete plant. So when you take that seed out and you sow them in the moist soil, okay, here as you can see here, this seed start germinating and produce a new complete plant. Okay, you can see here this part which is going down will develop into the root system, and the one which is going vertically above the ground, it forms the shoot system. Okay, this is how a new plant grows from the seed part. Next is, what are the various uses of flower? Okay, so flower brings color and freshness to our life. Flowers are important because they are going to bring, they are bringing us colors and freshness in our lives. We use flowers in large number of ways. So let us discuss. The first one is as a food. It is used as a food, as spices, as medicine, for making colors, for making perfume, for decoration purposes, for grading and floral design. So all these purposes are being solved by the flower. These are very important for us. So let us discuss one by one. So the flower as a food. So here we eat certain flowers when cooked as vegetables. So there are certain flowers which are being cooked as vegetables. Examples of them are your cauliflower and broccoli. So you might be familiar with both these. They are being eaten as your food. Okay, so let's move on to the next use of the flower. That is, it is being used as spices. So the most expensive spice is your saffron. It is made by drying the parts of the crocus flower. So the saffron which is used as a spice is being made from the crocus flower. As you can see here, this is your saffron. Okay. Next is your clove and capper are another flowers which are used as spices. So here you can see here, this is the flower. This is a clove, which is the clove flower which is being dried up and used as a spice. Okay. So next is the flowers which are used as medicine. So flowers are being used to make many medicines as well. So examples, the rose petals. You can see here, the rose petals are being used to make the rose water. Next is your flowers which are used for making the colors. So we make colors from flowers like marigold and zinnia. Okay, here you can see here, this is the flower of a marigold which is very common, and the next one, these are the flower of zinnia. Here these colors are being used to dye the clothes. So the color which is being made by using these flowers are used for dyeing the clothes. The next is that the saffron is being used as a spice, as we have discussed earlier, and it is also used as a dye in cosmetics. So it is used as a spice in the for making our food very tasty, and because it has very good fragrance. And next one, it is used as a dye in cosmetic, as well as it is used for making medicine. So here you can see here, this is a saffron. The next is the flowers are being used for these are being used for making perfume. So there are a large number of flowers which are very famous for their fragrance, because they are very soothing fragrance. So those fragrant flowers are being used to make the perfume. So a large number of flowers, fragrant flowers such as rose and jasmines, are used for making perfume, as well as they are used for making oils. Okay. The next use of the flower is for decoration. So at any festivals or any functions, we use flower to decorate our homes. Some people make beautiful floral rangolis on special occasion. So the flowers are being used for making these floral rangolis. As you can see here, these are beautiful rangolis made by the flowers and on special festivals and special occasions. Next is the flowers are used for greeting. So the guests at special ceremonies are welcomed with a bouquet of flowers. So if there is any function, the guests are being honored by presenting them they are welcomed by presenting them the bouquet of flowers. So you can see here, this is a bouquet of flower, red roses. The next is the bride and the bridegroom exchange the garlands made of flower as part of the wedding ceremony. So this is a garland which is made up of flowers. So you might have attended the wedding functions of your cousins or your known in your relatives. So what happened, there is one ceremony where the bride and bridegrooms, they will exchange the garland, okay, during this wedding ceremony. Next is, we also honor our guests. We give them honor by putting garlands around their necks or presenting a bouquet to them, and we honor our guests. Sometimes we present them a bouquet of flowers, or by putting garland around their neck. So this is one of the way we use flower. The next is the flowers are being used for designing for making the floral design. There are certain flowers which have been an inspiration to artists and designers. So there are certain flower artists and floral designers who use the specific idea from the flower. So you must have seen the design of flowers made on items. So what these artists are doing, they are designing the flower. They are using the design of the flower on special items, like they make the floral design on the clothes, sheets or vase. So first of all, you can see here, this is the floral design specifically designed on a vase. And next one, you can see here, this cloth, it is having the floral design. So these are also inspired by the various type of flowers which we observe. Next is the Lotus Temple, which is in Delhi, and you might have visited that. So the Lotus Temple in New Delhi is of a shape of a lotus flower. So as you have seen a lotus flower, so the similar is the shape which is given to this monument, that is Lotus Temple, is appearing in a shape of a lotus. Next is the Taj Mahal, which is very famous. It is situated in Agra. It has floral design on its wall. So here you can see the floral designs on the wall of Taj Mahal. So this is also a specific examples how flowers are important and how they are being used. The next is there are certain, despite of all those uses, there are other uses of flower, like people offer the flower to God and Goddess. Okay, we offer when we visit any temple, so we offer flower to the God and Goddess. And the wreath, you can see here, this is a wreath. Here it is made up of flower as well as leaves. So here these are made up of flower as well as leaves, and these are placed on the graves as a sign of respect for somebody who died. So these wreaths are being placed on the grave of the people, and we pay respect to somebody who has died. Next is we also give flower to the sick when we visit them. So it is sometimes like we give flowers to those people who are sick when we visit them in a hospital. We carry flower. This is also an important gesture. Okay. So next is, how do we get the flowers? So from where we are obtaining these flowers? So there are some people who grow flowers around their homes. Okay, there are certain people who likes to grow different type of flowering plants in their surrounding. The flowers are also sold in the markets. These flowers are being sold in the market, and people who sell the flowers are called as florists. So those people who sell the flower, they are called as florists. Remember this. Then the florists buy the flower from a wholesale market. So as you can see here in the diagram, there is a flower garden. Okay, from that these flowers are being sold to the flower market. This is a wholesale flower market, and from the wholesaler flower market it is being bought by a florist, and from the florist we purchase those flowers. So as you can see here, the florist is going to buy the flower from whom? From the wholesale market, and then sell them to us. So these flowers are bought from different cities. There are certain type of specific flowers which are found in a particular city or a country. So we bought them from different cities, and some flowers are also imported from other countries as well. Okay. Then the florist usually sells the bouquet. So as you can see here, florists generally sell the flower in the form of bouquet. Then some florists sell garlands, that is that garland, and make made up of marigold and rose flower near the temple. So you might have seen, you might visit a temple, you see there are certain certain florists who are sitting there and selling the garland which is made up of rose and marigold. In order to that we can offer them to God and Goddess. Okay. So student, in the last, what we have understand that flower makes our world a beautiful place. Flowers plays very important role in our life, and they brings joy and happiness to our lives. Flowers are important because of that it brings happiness and joy in our lives. So remember this, do not pluck flower. You should not pluck any flower because they look nice when they are in a garden. Okay, so by this we are completing the chapter. Let's move on to the exercise part. So first, multiple choice question here is petunia blooms during the dash season. So you have to answer that petunia blooms in which season? Summer, winter or spring season. So the right answer is your winter season. Next is the green part of the flower is called as sepal, petal or carpel. So the green part of the flower which protects the bud is your sepal part. Okay. Then next is fill in the blanks question. First of all, flowers like dash are seen throughout the year. So flowers like roses can be seen throughout the year. You can find them the rose flower all throughout the year. Next is dash are the most attractive part of the flower. So as I told you, the petals are of different shape, size and color. So these are the most attractive part of any flower. Next is circle the odd one out. So 4 options are provided. You have to circle the one which is different from rest of the 3. So first of all, first is fern, lotus, fungi, the fungi and the mosses. So as you can see here, the fern, fungi and mosses, these are the non-flowering plant, that is they do not bear the flower, and lotus is the odd one out. Next is the saffron, clove, caper and cashew. So as you can see here, cashew is your dry fruit, whereas saffron, clove and caper, these are the flower parts which are being used as spices by us. Okay, next is your daffodil, tulip, jasmine and your pansy. So except jasmine is being used for making perfumes, whereas daffodil, tulip and your pansy, these are the decorative flower. Okay, so jasmine is the odd one out. Let's move on to the next part. Here different here the diagram is given here, picture is given. You have to join the dot and color this picture. This is a flower and we have to write down the various part about it. So as you can see here, the first one here, the first part is your sepal part. The next your attractive part you can see here is your second part, that is your petal part. The third one you can see here is your stamen. The stamen is the male part of the flower and the innermost part is your carpel or pistil and it is the female reproductive part of any flower. Let's move on to the section B of the exercise. The first multiple choice question here is, first of all, the fruits grow from. So fruits grow from which part? The stem part, the bud part or the flower part? So as I told you, the fruits grow from the flower part. So the right answer is C option. Next is the seeds are found in. So seeds are found in what? Stem, flower or fruits. So when you eat an apple, you see small black color things. Those are nothing, those are the seed part. So the seeds are generally found in the fruit. The right answer is your C option. Let's move on to the next, that is very short answer question here. Who sells the flower in the market? As I told you, the florist is the person who sells the flower in the market. Next is, you have to name 2 plants that do not have bright color or fragrant flower. So there are certain plants which does not have very bright color or fragrant flower. The example of them are grass and weeds. Next is your short answer question here. Name 2 flowers each which blooms during winter season and spring season. 2 flowers which blooms in winter season. Example is your dahlia and jasmine. Next is your spring season. The 2 flowers which blooms only during the spring season, they are daffodil and tulip. Next is, you have to name any 4 flowering plants. You can write down the answer on your own and you can write down from here also. That is, the 4 flowering plants include dahlia, pansy, jasmine, sunflower, marigold, lotus, etc. So these all the plants which bear flower, they are called as flowering plants. You can write down the answer in your own words also. Next is long answer question. First of all, what is the main function of a flower in a plant? So the important function of a flower is to produce fruits and seeds. From these seeds, the new complete plant will germinate out. Next is, you have to name 2 flowers each that we use. First of all, eat as vegetables. So the 2 flowers which we eat as vegetables, these are cauliflower and broccoli. Next is, the 2 flowers which are used as spices. The 2 flowers which are used as spices are your clove, caper and saffron. Next is the 2 flowers that are used for making perfume. So they are going to have very fragrant. These are very fragrant flowers. So that is why they are used for making perfume. Examples is your jasmine and rose. Okay. So by this we are completing this chapter, students. Revise the video once again and hope to see you in my next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.